Canon are planning to release 2 new lenses later this year and are also going to release a budget EOS R camera next year after the release of Canon's 2 brand new APS-C cameras, the Canon EOS R7 and the Canon EOS R10. I got all this information from Canon Rumours, so I will leave the link in the description below for the website if you do want to go have a read. But remember, these are just rumours at the end of the day and they all might not actually be all true. If you want to stay up to date with the latest Canon news, gear reviews and tutorials, why not consider subscribing so you never miss a video in the future. So let's get straight into the article. So this is the article. It actually says a patent here, the Canon RF 11 to 24mm f4L and the Canon RF 8 to 24mm f4L fisheye lens. So this is actually going to be continuing on from the EF version of the actual 11 to 24, I think the other one was, as you can see in this photo here. This lens is really expensive, so don't be alarmed if this lens is going to be super expensive, because an 11 to 24mm is such a good zoom range and it's probably the perfect real estate lens. At the minute I'm using the 16 to 35 f4 version for real estate, but if you want to get that extra width, then that 11 to 24 f4 I think will be perfect for real estate photography as well, and your astrophotography lovers out there as well. It'll be really good for astrophotography, as well as this Canon 8 to 24mm. Like, it's only a 3mm difference, but you don't actually realise how big of a difference 1mm is in actual focal length. So a 3mm difference will be a big difference. The same f4 version as well, but it will be a fisheye lens. So you've got to remember that if you do want to go buy this lens, it will be fisheye. But the 11 to 24 is looking really good. Hopefully this will be actually announced in the next couple of months, because I think this 11 to 24 would be amazing for the Canon RF system. And then if you actually down here, it says Keith over at Northlight Images has seen some optical formula patents for the lenses that are likely to arrive over the next year or so. It's either going to be coming later this year maybe, or maybe early next year. We don't actually know for sure. And it says the second is a zoom fisheye lens that builds off the Canon RF 8 to 15mm f4, and the optical formula in the patent is for a Canon RF 8 to 24mm f4 USM, which sounds like a very cool lens, because it does, to be honest. Fisheye is not for everyone, but because it can zoom into 24, obviously it's a nice option to have. And it also says here it will work as a circular fisheye on a full frame sensor, but a normal fisheye on a crop sensor. So if you've got an R7 or an R10, it says it will be a normal fisheye compared to a circular one. And to be honest, I don't really know what the difference is between the both, but if you do, then there you go, that's the actual information for you. And it's actually got some details on both of the lenses down here as well, about how high it is. Look how high. And it's got the F number and everything like that. So that's that actual article done. It's very short article, but it's basically saying that there could be 2 new very ultra wide Canon RF lenses coming later this year and potentially early next year. But the second article that I was actually going to get on today is the new Canon camera that might be coming out next year as well. So the article here is a Canon EOS R100 coming next year, a budget EOS R APS-C camera, CR1. Now if you actually see, because of the CR1, if you actually go over to the CR rating system, it actually says CR1 is plausible information but from an unconfirmed source. They deem it possible, but however they can't confirm whether it's actually completely true and trustworthy or not. So take this with a pinch of salt, however much you want. Is it going to be completely true or not? But at the end of the day, like I said earlier, it's just rumours. This might not be true, but then it might be true, so you never know really. And it says down here, because of obviously the new EOS R7 and R10 along with the new RF lenses, they've all shown that they're all in on Canon's RF APS-C mount cameras. It's not likely that they're done, because the first rumours of the Canon EOS R100 have hit the web. We do think that the camera body is going to be like the Canon EOS R10 is very likely, because if you didn't know, the R10 actually has a different body to the R7, and then it also could be closely similar to the Canon EOS M50 Mark II or the M6 Mark II in form factor. There's actually some rumoured specs for it as well, which is quite surprising. It says it's meant to have a 24 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor, 4K 30 8-bit, which is pretty good to be honest, 14 frames per second continuous shooting speed, which is really fast and good. It's meant to have a 3-inch 1.04 million dot angle monitor, and then there's no HDR PQ mode like the EOS R10, and it's scheduled to be released in the Q1 or Q2 of 2023. So more Canon EOS R APS-C camera bodies coming very soon to follow up from the EOS R7 and the R10. So that's a roundup with the actual latest Canon news. 2 new lenses are meant to be coming within the next year, and also Canon EOS R100 potentially might be hitting the market early next year in Q1 or Q2 of 2023. So I'm not sure how reliable these sources are. We might actually get some more information within the coming months to see how true it is, but at the end of the day, sooner or later we will find out. So if you did enjoy this video and found it very helpful, why not hit that subscribe button so you never miss another news video in the future on either Canon cameras or maybe even drones as well. If you did like this video, you might like these 4 other videos that I've actually done on this channel. Hit that like button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later.